quick tour of my garden. We're gonna see what I have in terms of harvest in my garden. We'll start with figs. This one LCI purple, and you see it's kind of small figs. They're only now started to be ready, end of August. And here is my Celeste fig, and I today find out that I have this huge fig and it was already gone. And here from this side I tried just to see if it's really tastes good or it's watery fig, and it was watery, unfortunately. And here's my strawberry tree. For some reason I don't see that many ripe berries, and I was thinking if I have birds discovered this tree, because my neighbor has this huge tree and it all was filled with birds. And by the way, you see all these broken branches. When we went to vacation for 2 weeks, and once we come back we saw all these broken branches. I think that because we have nightly visitors on our, it's actually raccoons and opossum, and I think they found out all these berries on the ground and climbing and just sitting here, and all branches got broken. Here is barbados cherry. Finally I have more berries, not just one, and it's starting to ripening and it's blooming at the same time. Hopefully this time I will get more berries to harvest. And let's see, yard long beans gone, end of season for them basically. They don't last very long. It's, I think, because of humidity. Here is a sugar apple, which I'm going to harvest today because it's ready. It's not really full size, and some other they were actually set much later. We had 4 days of rain and my watermelon got bad, blossom and trot. And this is my better boy. It survived all this climate, but unfortunately I found a huge caterpillar, forgot how to name it. And again I'm having a lot of caterpillars. That's interesting. It's kind of, I didn't have them for a while, and pentos getting hit. I'm not sure if this better boy is gonna survive because it looks very ugly. And here, that's another patch of yard long, basically red noodle Chinese beans. My watermelon, I don't know if it's gonna bloom again and set any fruits. Here, what interesting, you see all these leaves? I started to see this after 4 days of rain. I think beans got something actually. This is lima beans. Here lima beans with, actually you won't see, but this is 3-year-old of pepper plant. And I have one pepper. Oh, look at, looks ugly. Ugly, yeah. That plant is 3 years old and it doesn't produce well. I don't think so. Oh, this is, look at this beauty. This is just ornamental plant actually. It's not really for something eatable. And here, this is copper plant. This is copper plant but in green color. And here is my trombacina, which doesn't produce. I have two trombacina. This specific plant didn't give me even one fruit. No, even one fruit. Ah, you see, I do not harvest all these lima beans, and they just set fruits. I just harvest all these seeds. We'll plant them again. This is corn. It's already dead. Here is my mandarin Ponkan. You see it turning yellow, and I found several of them on the ground. Despite the fact I was thinning them, removing, for some reason it didn't like it so many fruits. And you see it's starting to grow, and hopefully it will grow a little bit, because since it was setting fruits, I didn't see any new shoots actually, and it needs to grow. I already harvested first crop from Guava, and I have some upcoming Guavas, Ruby Supreme. Banana I recently planted 3 months ago, and it has 3 pups. It doesn't set pups anymore, but if I will see any new pups coming up, I'm gonna dig up them. Here is my starfruit, and it's loaded with flowers, but I don't see any fruits. It doesn't set. If you know why it doesn't set fruit, let me know in the comment below. That starfruit was 3. Now we're going to another starfruit, which is curry, and it did flower actually, but not so many flowers, and it didn't set any fruits either. Very disappointing. And here is my another variety of starfruit. It didn't even flower at all. This is Ponkan. I don't know how to pronounce actually, Ponkan. And here is another Trambacina. This one gave me 2 fruits, and it doesn't do anymore. Here is Armenian cucumber. You see I have cucumber, but it's actually doesn't grow. It stays like this already for 3 days. Dragon fruit, I'm waiting to see any new growth, because it was sitting in the water. I don't know if it's gonna be alive. Already 2 times we had standing water, because rain was lasted 3-4 days. Mint, it doesn't look really great, but it's okay, at least it survived. And I have another. I think this one is national cucumber, and it started producing me cucumbers only 2-3 weeks ago, you see. But that's what's interesting, this vine only shows female flowers, no male, so I don't have anything. I don't know how it's supposed to be pollinated. This one we already harvested maybe 2 or 3 cucumbers. Luckily I have another cucumber plant which produce solely male flowers. There is males. Okay, this one. So I have plenty of plants, which actually is the whole purpose of them. I don't know what's the variety even to produce me male flowers, so I can go and hand pollinate my national picking. I actually recommend these 2 varieties, national pickling and Armenian cucumber. Quite good. My fiesta hibiscus is not really looking good. And this is a huge success in my opinion. This is pepper. It's starting to ripe, and I have 6 peppers. I think this is kind of pretty good size in my opinion, because it's actually growing in 3 gallon. And you see, this is actually 2 plants, basically 3 peppers per plant, and I have these small ones. Now you see, this is another starfruit. It did flower a little bit, not that many, but it didn't set any fruit. This one keep flowering again. I don't see any fruits. I had one in the pot that was flowering amazingly. It was setting fruits. It's gone. And here is my mango science, basically growing mango science for grafting, for future grafting, because I have some mangoes nice flushing. You see, very good, nice flushing. It's so wet in the morning. You see, it's almost 9 a.m. in the morning. It's so wet. But this one actually in shade. Now we're gonna see how all this mango looks like when they have morning sun. Oh, hello. Where are you going? And you see, leaves are almost dry. It's already almost dry because it's actually hitting sun. This is my another mandarin, and I think I'm going to regret to planting it because it's keep getting this leaf minor issue, and if all the leaves will be damaged, it's not gonna grow. I got 2 limes in my collection. This is K lime, and you see it's growing. I went straight for almost like less than 1 gallon to 3 gallon pot, and it started to grow nicely. Unfortunately, it has all these spikes. And this one Persian lime, and once I planted the bigger pot, it started to flower, and you see it's already have 1 fruit, and voila, end of August I see flowers. I don't know how usual that to see flowers on citruses in end of August. Let me know in the comment. Maybe that's normal. And here my 2 pineapples. I still have some pineapples which I'm still thinking where to plant, because this area has standing water. But so far, you see, this one is just getting bigger and bigger. That's why this my gardenia started to grow actually. Nice leaves. Here is Javaticaba. See, nice new grow. And here is a lemon tree, which is actually not really lemon, it's a bitter orange. You see, I have some oranges, it didn't set that many, but that tree has to go, unfortunately. And my beautiful flowers. This is Coleus. I highly recommend specifically this green variety because it started to bloom long time ago and bees just love them. Oh, you see, I see a bee. Like 1 hour ago I didn't see anything because probably it was too late. Already see 2 of them, 2. And I have to build some shade actually because Coleus does not like too much sun. You see, bees love it. And it looks beautiful, and this variety actually started to flower only now. This one already flowering like all summer long, and there are some varieties which you don't see any flowers. I don't know if we're gonna see any flower on some red varieties and another green variety. And here is my nursery spot with small plants, because this is shaded area. Hopefully you enjoyed my tour, and see you soon.